He had me up here.
That don't hurt? All right, what about this? Boom.
She fucking punched a hole in my room wall.
Ass whoopings that we got as kids.
We don't call them ass whoopings. We call them beatings. The fuck up.
She's talking shit. It's like, yeah, that's what you get. Evening, here with the fellas, 3 members of the podcast of Not.
Yep.
Myself is Jay.
Yep.
To my left, Will. To my far left, Keys. Today's topic, we are talking about ass whoopings that we got as kids. Being bad to our parents, we love you. Times in which we acted up. Because in our households, there wasn't, I don't know about you guys, but there wasn't any timeouts. There wasn't any corners that we can go to and think about. It was usually after an ass whooping, then you can go in your room. So I'm going to start off with a time that I decided to test my father. I was 16. I was taller than my dad. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm not necessarily going to take him, but I can talk a little smack. They called me into the kitchen. At this point, I was happy as hell because I was right on something. They were going to try to scold me on something that they thought I did, but I had evidence to prove that I did not. So I'm like, I'm ready. Take me into this kitchen. I have all the evidence I need. So once I proved myself, they switched it up. They're like, oh, okay, fine. You didn't do it, but now we're trying to say if you was to have done it. So I'm like, wait a minute, no, I never actually done it, blah, blah, blah. Then I should have noticed my father was getting closer as he was speaking. As I'm speaking up, he's getting closer and closer. He's no longer sitting. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, right here. I'm like, yeah, so anyway, blah, 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 blah. So I saw him reach for me. So my 16, I'm a little, sprung. I was able to get away.
You didn't even take a step back?
That's the problem. I took a step back. My head hit the cabinet.
Yeah.
His finger poked me in the eye. So keep in mind, I got poked in the eye. That's like a wrestling move. Ric Flair used to do that.
Oh, he did it on purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He was
shit.
trying to, that's cheating.
That's
cheating. That's
my ass with an eye poke.
Exactly.
It takes away anything you have prepared before in your mind.
Yeah. It's like a Ric Flair
He's
move.
probably planning to wrestle him, and that eye poke messed it all up.
I think he was trying to get you in a headlock, and he missed. It just
Poke me out. All thing I noticed after the eye poke,
You screamed.
all of a sudden I was in the air. My dad had me up. Keep in mind, I'm taller than this man. He had me up here and saying something. I don't even remember because my eye was hurting. And I was
he was speaking
seeing
in
my
tongues, he
feet
was mad at
dangling
you.
like this. Essentially something like that.
Figure
And then
man.
dropped me and then went about his day.
Showed
and then
you.
I remember I had to go to TJ Maxx with my mom later on. And as I'm getting in the car, she's talking shit. She's like, yeah, that's what you get. I'm like, damn, holding my eye the whole time. That was my ass whipping moment.
Damn.
You have and I had a black eye too.
Will next. Go ahead, Will. I know you got ass whoopings. You from the Bronx.
We don't call them ass whoopings. We call them beat the
Beatings.
fuck up. Beat the fuck up.
What? Nah,
We
beatings.
got beat the fuck up. Yeah.
Okay,
like,
I ain't never get.
But did your siblings,
Yeah,
like your
up.
brothers, say you got beat up? Is that what?
beat up by
That's what it's called?
brothers, cousins, my aunt, everyone in the house that was older than me.
Oh, the whole family was able to give
yeah,
you.
you don't just get it from one person. You get it from everybody.
Were they hitting you, or were you generally fucking
No,
up? Though?
they was hitting me. And for what I know, I was young. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It wasn't until I got older, I started thinking I could eat their hits. And then they started going to my face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know when you could take a hit? Now they want to like, oh, all right, that don't hurt? All right, what about this? Boom.
Well, okay, wait. This is going left a little bit. So
Yeah.
you were getting beatings just cuz, or something that you did wrong?
Talking smart back,
Okay.
you know, how
See,
the typical sucking your
that's why I
teeth.
asked. That's why I asked, because he said it like it was
said
nothing.
like this whole family
I'm
was just
walking
like, yo, what
around
up?
and they just hit me for no reason, man. I was innocent. That's why I had to ask.
Saying slick stuff under your
Right.
mouth. You're not my mother, you're not my father, you know, like.
So you deserve to get popped.
Your hits don't
That's
hurt
what it
no
sounds
more. Little, you know, little things
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
That's how ass whooping start.
But it's I think it's tough when you don't live with your parents. It's like people feel like they got more of a freedom to like abuse you. So in those situations, I had to be very careful because I noticed like, you know, it was like no holds bar. Like, you know, I get it. It was me and my brother, so you may hear me say we, but I get it from everyone. My older cousins, and there's 3 of them that's older than me. Plus my aunt. And then sometimes back in the days, her boyfriend, which was my karate teacher, and we'd get in the dojo. So Lord help if I was bad in school, my report card didn't come in. So I was smart in school, like meaning like I knew how to pass classes where I didn't get a bad report card home. But the one time I did, I took hours to go home, man.
You wouldn't stop the mail before it got there?
I knew I wasn't stopping it this time.
Hell no. That's a
because I didn't have the key to the mailbox.
I got caught every now and then.
Oh, you tried to fake it?
Yeah.
And I knew when my brother report card came home and he got it, I knew I was next. So I was like, dag, man. I'm not going home. You know what I mean?
I live with you now.
I nigga went to 3 after school programs.
Yeah.
Yo, for real.
Every after school
I went
program.
to pack bags in the supermarket. I went and got my hair done. I was
Went to
hoping like
community center.
A long day. Yeah. You got a whole day of sleep by the time you get home.
For real, man. I didn't go home right away. But for me, it was mostly like, we can say it's abuse. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like,
you ever call child protection services?
We from the 90s, that's not abuse.
Can't do that.
And in the 90s, there wasn't no abuse. That's why they got the hotline now. So if you got your ass whooped back then.
That
what was
it.
your parents' choice of weapon?
Oh, anything that was in front of them.
Parent.
For you,
anything in front of them.
Mine was
the remote, the bow, the spoon, anything.
You got hit with a bow and arrow?
Anything? No, the bow, like that you eat cereal with. Anything that can.
The bow.
Anything that can throw. And you think you turn a corner and get away and it come around the corner and hit you?
Oh, shit.
The remote,
they hit you
shoes,
with the one-hit bullet.
Everything.
They hit it with the one-hit bowl. It went around the corner on them.
Whatever was around them.
They swung bowls at you,
man.
Yeah, everything.
Hey, shit.
But that's not surprising, man. I mean, we got hit with a lot of shit.
Old-fashioned whooping.
Yeah, the 90s.
Yeah,
that's where we come from.
Give me
I'll give I got 2, but
well, you're here, you're alive, so you went through. Yeah.
So I love you, Mom. If you're watching this, so don't take offense to this, but it's not even offense. She know what she did. So it was one time. I think it was me and my brother. I had a fish tank in my room, and I always did funny shit with my brother. Like that's why I was asking Will, because like you slap him in the head, or you hit him and shit. I had the Nerf bats. Remember the Nerf bats?
Yeah.
So I had a Nerf bat. I forgot what I did to him with the Nerf bat, but I ran in my room. His room was across the hall from mine.
Yeah.
And we in the room. I have my fish tank in there, like I said. We play fighting. I run out the room. My fish tank was like right near the door.
Yeah.
And when I'm running right near the door, he throws the Nerf bat, and it went right through my fish tank.
Dude, the glass fish tank?
Yeah. So we was in the second floor.
Yeah.
Of course, I know water went everywhere in my room. This is when rugs was popping. I had a rug. So, we both was like shocked, like that. So my mom came. She was screaming. This is like when I was like a teenager, so she couldn't really like beat me up. But I could have still got my ass whipped. So she comes upstairs. You know how black moms do. They just say a whole bunch of shit, mad pretty much.
Yeah.
We came upstairs. It's like, I'm sick of y'all fucking playing around and shit like that.
This is your mom's voice?
Yeah.
I hope she hears this. Like, that ain't sound like me.
She fucking punched a hole in my room wall.
She punched a hole.
Yeah, so me and my brother saw that. We looked. We was like, it was shock as fuck, because I didn't think my mom was that strong.
Yeah.
And she fucking punched a hole in the wall. She ain't have to beat us up after that. I was like, okay. Like, we not going to do shit no more.
That
you just put a hole in the wall.
That wall's still there? Did he put
she plastered it. So.
You'll never forget. You know where that part is.
Nah, that shit is. Yeah, it is. It is a circle and a wall still. So that shit was crazy. I had one more time where, this is when I was in the city. I was a badass kid in elementary.
Seen it? Oh,
I would say, in Harlem. I know y'all know in the 90s the schools was fucking crazy as far as elementary school, but...
So wait, you went to school in Harlem and then...
then I moved to...
Okay.
So this was in Harlem. I forgot what happened, but my mom came in from work. I was at my grandparents' apartment, and I forgot what happened, but she was pissed. And this was when I was younger, and like she picked me up I was smaller than, not big like this, but she picked me up, like, I was a decent size. I was like Will.
Were you taller than her, though?
I would say like the same.
Wait.
Hang on.
No, I'm saying when I was younger.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But you're saying when you were younger, you were a decent size, and then you compared that size to what Will is currently?
No, his height, not his weight.
I'm not saying weight. Height is not making him any better. But okay,
but I'm
continue.
taller than, you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So I was taller than her though.
Gotcha.
So that's why, like, you had that thing.
Yeah, my dad was taller.
Exactly.
I mean, I was taller.
So
than
I forgot what I said. I probably said something smart.
She picked you up.
Yeah, so my grandfather, she came in mad, and she was like, I don't want to say my mom's name. She's like, don't do it like that. So she grabbed me like this, grabbed my shirt, and like proceeded to slide me up the wall like I fucking like that. I thought she was gonna kill me, son. I was like, and my grandfather was like, get off him. I was scared of her then, but yeah, my mom's strong, son.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As you have kids, do you have a different level of strength when it comes to disciplining your kids versus your normal strength? I heard like there's not only a different level of patience you have.
Oh yeah, you have
children, but is it like a different level of strength? Like I've heard mothers saying they can pick up cars to save their kids.
You gotta have mental strength. Yeah, you gotta have mental strength. Even if, even if you had that type of strength, you looking. This ain't the '90s. You can't whip kids like that no more. You gotta be logically inclined with kids nowadays. Like you gotta hit them with logic.
No Wi-Fi.
Nah, it's not no. Well, you still, of course, you gotta put them on punishment now. You can't really do the shit my mom was doing and your father was doing back then.
Says who?
Oh, Will trying to get arrested, y'all.
Yeah.
When he have kids,
he just has no cell phones in his.
I think your question depends on like he said, the situation.
Yep.
My brother, he got into a car accident and he had super strength to get his kids and his wife and everybody.
Oh, that's what you mean, like survival stuff?
Like
kinda, yeah.
Almost in that.
But then when we were being disciplined from your mom, me from my dad, super strength that they were picking us up.
I think it's not really that super strength earlier.
As a parent, I'm helping you with groceries earlier. How are you now able to pick me up?
But as a parent, it's happened to me a couple times. You get so mad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You get not mad at your kid. You get mad because you want them to do well.
Situation.
No, you just want them to do well in every situation.
Yeah.
So you get mad at them, and you know you're not trying to kill them, but you get mad at the situation. So. At the times when my mom did that, I think she was mad at the situation and mad at how whatever I did. But it's more so not trying to kill you. It's more so like mad at you not doing what they expect of you.
I feel like it was
as a kid. Even
it must have been a nice rug for.
I want to say also as young men, I think us not going so far in challenging our mothers or let's say maybe pops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we did. There was always someone else. Like, even though I didn't have a mother and father, I had an aunt and then her sons. So I knew if I got smart with her, I was going to have to deal with the sons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like when you have a dad and you get smart with your moms, you know you're going to have to deal with the dad later. Yeah. So I think as men growing up sometimes, we pick and choose. Like, we know when to say slick things.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean? Like, if we know he not home,
but
we gonna say some slick stuff. But we know he home.
It's different because I'm one of the oldest, like cousins, and I'm the oldest. And my mom, I'm like the oldest kid. And I know Jay, you the oldest, right?
I'm the youngest.
You the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay, so that might have been different for you. Jay must have been getting his ass whooped by his older brothers.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't. I never had this.
I was doing
his whole family was.
He also
apparently in his family.
He also could have been baby.
Most of the time, that's
sometimes when you're the youngest one, you
for me, it was since I was the youngest. For me, since I was youngest, my parents kind of knew a lot of the ropes and rules.
Well, your brothers in the house with you though at that time. See, that's the difference. Because I had an itch that I had to do some shit to my little brother.
Yeah,
he know that. I still do the shit. I still do the shit.
It's a brother.
But that's why I said that they didn't live with you because if they did, you'd have been getting slapped in the head and fucking played with.
Up until I was 9th grade, he moved out. But for a large part of my high school.
Well, even high school, because that's the age that you could actually take a hit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When you younger, you're not really.
It was. I had a great setup. Once my brother left, I think around 9th grade or 8th grade. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have the house when I get home from school.
Yourself.
But then my dad retired, and he was home every time I got off the bus.
You was mad because you couldn't feel yourself.
Huh?
You was mad because you couldn't really feel yourself.
Yeah, he thought he was your brother left.
Yo, I didn't have any free time. Yeah. There was always a gap between my father getting off of work, my mom, and my brother sometimes was home, and it would just be me and him. But once he left, I'm like, okay, I got that gap. But then he retired, and then now they're just. I was like, oh.
Yeah, ass had responsibilities. Then.
Yes, but cool. I'm happy we got this session done. I just wanted to talk about beatings, I guess. I don't know why we decided to talk about it. But again,
because we black, we have beatings.
Subscribe, podcast or not, TikTok, YouTube. We look forward to seeing you again.
Right, fellas.